Hello guys, Gamer 420 here, and welcome to another episode of my Bubsy 3D Let's Play. In this video we'll be covering the levels Das Bobcat, Domicidal Maniac, and Crimson Hide. So let's start already. This is another 2 water levels and a single factor level, so it's probably going to be one of my least favorite episodes to play through. I mean, 2 water levels. Anyway, let's begin. Now, that's Bobcat. It's a pretty unremarkable water level for me. Maybe the most unremarkable out of the 3. Just a big open area with 2 rockets, that's it. Pretty standard stuff, not very memorable. But the first rocket. So this is once again going to be one of the shorter. Oh crap! So this is going to be once again one of the shorter episodes, perhaps. I'm not really sure. World 2 is gonna be the shortest because of the water levels. The water levels are pretty short, and they're not very interesting to explore either. We're just going here. There are extra lives to collect though. Perhaps I will collect some of them. So here, kill the dogfish because it's going to get a bit annoying later. You don't kill him. Go to this teleporter. And now this is a woolly totem, and basically woolly totems are combinations for different patterns of switches. So it's green, blue, red and yellow. You can see here. And just we put green, blue, red and yellow in a set of 4 switches that is right here. Like this. Green, blue, red, yellow. And it deactivates a cube, which, as you may remember from a bit ago, it has a rocket. And that's basically it for the level. It's not too interesting. In fact, it's one of the least interesting levels in the entire game. I don't know, this is just plain boring. This level is just plain boring. And I don't see anything here, anything interesting. Just enemies, atoms. Go collect the atoms. I love exploring these levels. But this one has nothing interesting to explore. Aside from this rocket here. Similar to claustrophobic, that Bobcat also has a rocket. Oh crap. Ripplers are maybe the most universally hated enemy among players of the game. And I think they're a bit annoying. So we got this little cutscene here. This is actually one of my favorite. Looks good until this happens. Once again, both rockets collected, and now we're going to the interesting part of this episode, which is Domicidal Maniac. It's my least favorite factory level, but still really good, really enjoyable, really fun actually. It's great, although it is my least favorite of factory levels. Maybe because it's a bit short for a factory level. I don't know. Just happens to be my least favorite. Fun fact, this used to be my favorite level in my first couple of playthroughs. But now the next factory level is my favorite level. Not this one. Ow. Here's a Wooie. Once again, we just shoot an atom at him. That's the easiest way of getting rid of them. They're not that annoying. And say last time, they're not that annoying. They're a bit of a pushover though. Skillfully dodge lasers. I've seen some Bubsy 3D, other videos on Bubsy 3D recently, and some people even ask, what's the difference between gliding and jumping? Well, actually gliding slows down your fall and gives you more distance, gives you more coverage, and cover more distance. And the initial jump is shorter than just jumping. So if the gap is large, but the platforms or whatever are roughly at the same altitude, gliding is better. But if the platform is close but high up in the air, well, you know, jumping is better. Go here. There's a checkpoint. Not very useful. It used to be very useful for me on my first playthroughs of the game. I used to die quite a bit in this area, but not now. Also, gliding allows you to turn in midair, to turn your character around, while jumping lets you move in any direction. Just shoot here, grab the 10 shot, shoot here, grab the rocket. Without the trampoline getting in our way, because if we bounce on the trampoline, the rocket will teleport away from us. Go here. And after going for this rocket, they reward us with a nice little extra life, as you can see there. Boy, do I love this game. Now we gotta go back to where we were. Before entering the acid pit. Be careful, there's some bats of acid down there. Touch this checkpoint and just follow the conveyor belts. If you fall down, you will have to activate a propeller to get back up. You'll have to dodge a bunch of enemies and stuff. But there are some atoms down there. would go down there, but this is just a let's play to show off the game and give my commentary. So, still, let's just move on. And aside from atoms, going down there is kinda pointless. Like here, so I can collect everything. Now this is a Simon Says, as you may already know. These are actually my least favorite puzzles. Ah. Alright, blue. 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 Red. Yellow. This is only a sequence of 5. This sequence is only 5 squares in length, 5 steps, so it's fairly easy. There's a 7-step Simon Says, one of the later levels. But we'll get into that much later. Just circling between blue and yellow. Rocket. That's the stuff. Alright, we go here. And then there's 2 possible paths. Ah! There's actually 3 possible paths, sorry. There's this path where you have to go down these iron beams. There's another path where you have to jump on UFOs. And a little shortcut right there when I'm pointing at. Only that the draw distance, PS1 draw distance, just don't let us see exactly where it is. Speaking of a draw distance, I actually think this game has a pretty good draw distance for a PS1 game. The N64 was much more powerful there, and that's why Mario 64 has a larger draw distance. But Mario 64 still looks foggy. There's a level called TikTok Clock, and that thing looks like Superman 64 actually. Yeah. So yeah, the draw distance Bubsy 3D is really good for PS1. This level, despite not being my favorite factory level, has my favorite cutscene of them all. Just Bubsy getting into machines in a conveyor belt and turning into a Wooie. That's pretty funny. Okay, last level for this episode, Crimson Hide. The worst level in the game. Oh, and I will tell you why. There's a lot of dogfish in this level. At the very beginning you have to dodge some jingle worms. And there's a puzzle, like the puzzle in Das Bobcat, but you have to shoot atoms under the water. Oh goodness. Still an enjoyable level, even though it's still the worst of them all. Overall, this game is great. There's no really bad levels or anything in this game. At least in my opinion. Oh, sorry. I was just checking something and suddenly I hold the dash button. Oh my goodness. Gotta go down here. Here's another of those woolly totems. Yellow, green, blue, red. So we just gotta go to the switches. For the puzzle I told you about. Here it is. Just gotta shoot the switches with the atoms. And my oxygen is pretty low. Because of the mistake I did a few seconds ago. Here's the first rocket. The second rocket is out in the open. Near some blue platforms with... Oh! That's one thing I want to tell ya. The dogfish. There's a lot of dogfish in this level. Here's some extra life. Thanks. Ah! This is why this is the worst level in the game. Second rocket get? 2 up. Nice. Just gotta go here. Be careful with the dogfish. Finish the level. Watch the cutscene. Ooh, Bubsy finds a treasure chest. He opens it. There's absolutely nothing. Dogfish comes by and... Whoa. I really like these cutscenes. Even in the worst of the levels, they're pretty good. So that will wrap up this episode of Bubsy 3D Let's Play. Goodbye guys, see you next time in the next video.